Yo, what is up guys? This is Bricks and Brickdo here, and today I thought I'd do a video having a tier list of every single modular that's come out. So we're going to be ranking all 15 of them, see where they fall. I'm curious if you guys agree with my list, so go ahead and leave some comments below how you think I did, where would you change some things, and yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, first off we have the Detective's Office. To me this is a pretty middle of the road modular. One thing that sort of sticks out for this one is it uses sort of that split building technique, I would say, for one of the sort of the side street ones, and I kind of like this in some sets more than others. And for me, this one's a little bit lower on the list as far as having that sort of split building. But I like this one because I think it fits in really well with any of the other modulars if you have them connected together. For that reason, I'm going to give it a C, just sort of middle of the road. Alright, next up we have the Brick Bank. Okay, I actually really like the interior of this set. Obviously, the exterior I would say is okay. It's not fantastic, not terrible, but the interior of the set to me is really cool. And for that, it's going to get a B tier rating. Alright guys, Assembly Square, the largest modular, 10th anniversary. Where does this fit on my list? Well guys, I do like it a lot. It has a lot of pieces. I actually do think it fits very well with other modulars. However, there's a few things I don't like about it. I think, squeezing in 3 separate buildings in this one does seem a little bit crammed at times, but they do mesh together very well. And I think for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a B tier. Alright guys, Downtown Diner. Now this one I actually enjoy quite a lot. I think the color scheme is unique and it still fits into the modular scene fairly well. It's not super oddball, but it's just out there enough where it's different enough where it makes it interesting. I think this is sort of a good move for modular as they're going to have to start getting a bit more creative in the more they make. So for this one, it's tough. I think I'm going to give it... It just doesn't seem like it should be A, to be honest, but let's go B tier again. Alright, Corner Garage. To be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of this set. To me, there's just nothing really about this set that, it seems really cool or really interesting. I think it's a decent concept with the Corner Garage, but to me, it just sort of missed. It's just a very forgettable modular. It's probably the best way to explain it. It seems a bit forgettable. This isn't really up there for me, and for that reason, I'm gonna go ahead and give that a D tier rating. All right, the Bookstore. See, this one's a little tough for me too, though, because I do really enjoy this set, just the style of it. But there are a few things to me that sort of I think need a little bit fixing. Although the color scheme is unique, I do think it sticks out a bit too much. It's hard for this blue building to really fit in with a lot of other ones. Although the design is very good, but for me it's gonna have to go in the C range. Next up, Cafe Corner. Alright guys, this is the OG set. Obviously, it started all off. I actually still really like this design. No interior definitely is a bummer, but in the context of sort of that era, I still think it's a good set. I still think it has a good exterior, and I really like that hotel sign sort of sticking out. I think overall it's a good set. Obviously, I don't think it can be S tier just because with the no interior, but for its time, great set, and it kickstarted it all. So for that, it's gonna be A tier. Next up, we have Market Street. To me, this just isn't a modular. It just really isn't for me, and it seems like there's just this space missing here. And I know this was a Lego Factory set, and it goes for crazy prices. It's pretty rare, but to me, it's an F set. We had this set a while ago, and actually sold it for quite a lot, and I think that was the right move. It just isn't that exciting of a set, to be honest. Unless you're a very hardcore collector and want them all, I would suggest probably not picking this one up. Alright, Green Grocer, another one of the most expensive ones, but I think for a good reason. To me, this is sort of the pinnacle of modular. When I think about modular, it kind of goes to this set, I'm not gonna lie, and to me it's sort of in that golden age of the modular series. Just was so many, I don't know, just like it seems like they did so much with this set for its time, and it still looks great today. Alright, the Fire Brigade, and to be honest, this one I think is a great design. I love the bricks on the outside. I know there's a problem with these dark reddish bricks being too brittle if you've had it for too long, or have had it sitting out for a while, and that can be an issue, but it's kind of a side note there. But overall, I think the design is fantastic. To me, this is a great modular set. It's got to be A tier. Alright, Grand Emporium. This one is probably actually one of my favorite too. We have a few coming up here that are definitely up here for me. I really like the Grand Emporium. I like the idea of it. To me, it reminds me of like a shopping mall in the city during that Christmas time, and I think they nailed that. And for that reason, it's going to get an A tier again, sort of in that same era. For some reason, I feel like a lot of those modulars really stood out for a lot of people. Really unique for its time, and still stand today as great sets. So for that reason, A tier. Alright, the pet shop. Again, it's sort of in the same as the detective office for me. Sort of, in my opinion, a bit similar in styling with the choice of the split building and the color scheme. Interior is good, but again, nothing to me that's like over the top, and for that reason, it's going to just get a C tier. Alright, next up we have the Town Hall. Now, originally I actually really enjoyed this set. I do think the styling is good. To me though, there is one sort of flaw in this set, and I personally don't have this, but I've seen it in others, is the height of this set always seems to extend a bit too much compared to others. And for that reason, it kind of bothers me a bit when I see it. I do like the idea of having a town hall in like a Lego city and whatnot, but for that, it just seems too tall. If it was a little bit shorter, I think it would be perfect, but it's going to get a C tier because of that. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, try to look it up. I think you'll see what I mean. Alright, Palace Cinema. I think this was the first one with the Creator Expert box style, if I'm correct. I think this is a kind of crazy style they went for. I personally just don't think, again, it's hard to find a place for this to fit. So for that, we're going to go ahead and give that D tier. And then last up, we have the Parisian Restaurant. This one, in my opinion, is just kind of a solid set, but again, nothing special. It just, to me, that these like three are sort of there in that range together. That nothing is great, but nothing is bad. It's sort of just okay. It's middle of the road. And for that reason, I'm gonna go ahead and give that a C tier. So guys, that's the tier list rating. Let me know what you guys think about all of these ones I put in here. What would you guys change? And if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. Alright, thanks for listening, guys. This is Brigade signing off.